One of the reasons why people fall victim of property demolitions in Lagos is due to ignorance, right? I know that a lot has been said concerning the Lagos state government, concerning um, investors, due diligence, Lagos state government not being plain, and all of that. But we know all of these things, right? So, as an architect, as someone who has known and the Lagos State Master Plan since about 2017, 2018, and I'm sure you have a few things to say concerning this old demolition thing going on in Lagos at the moment.
Of course, I do. And in truth, the major reason why people fall victim of this is because they are ignorant of what they are investing in.
Hmm.
Because if you look at the scheme of Lagos State,
Okay.
I've known about this thing since 2017. Lagos State have a master plan
All right.
that every nooks and cranny of Lagos State has
Has been
what
mapped out
it's
already.
supposed to be, what has supposed to be in it.
Yeah.
We have places for residential, for farming, for government reserved area.
Hmm.
In recent times, people, or let me say that before now,
Yeah.
when people purchase land or people invest in properties,
Okay.
they did not do their due diligence adequately.
Adequately.
I use the word adequately because some people do due
Due
diligence,
diligence. Yeah.
but is it adequate enough?
Hmm.
That's what you ask yourself. Is it really adequate enough? Because people just do, they say they are doing due diligence and they just go and meet somebody that perhaps just an ordinary lawyer, right?
Or
And
even someone in Alausa that is not even a major player.
you understand that particular phrase that you just made now. Someone in Alausa, you just come, just go to Alausa and just meet somebody. And Bofera, remember, so level, that kind of stuff. The person wants to make money, wants to eat off of you.
Absolutely.
You understand? So, but if you go through the right process,
Hmm.
get a lawyer,
Hmm.
get a surveyor,
Okay.
a registered surveyor. That part is very important.
Okay. Because these are some of the things I was still going to ask you, because I know that we have a problem on our hands,
Mhm.
right? Demolitions, and majority of the courses Lagos State has been giving us is some of these buildings are on canal setbacks.
Mhm.
Some are even directly on the canal itself.
Mhm.
There are some that they are saying they didn't obtain building approval from
Mhm.
the required source.
Mhm.
So we have all these problems. We know the problem. So what would you say the solutions are? Because it's when we attach a solution to a problem that we've really solved a problem. So I know you know some solutions, just like you mentioned now. A surveyor is needed and some other things. But what are the nitty gritty within this a problem that can be solved so that Lagosians can invest in assets with peace of mind?
In a short word, get a professional.
And how many is it that are we just going to get one? Because a
No,
realtor
it's
is
not
a
one.
professional.
It's not one.
Okay.
There are series of people that you need to contact when
Okay.
you want to get when you want to invest in
Okay.
real
So can you
estate.
just give us a lowdown of some of these guys?
Now, one of the very first person, you get a lawyer,
Okay.
right? A lawyer can help you do the whole
Paperwork and all.
paperwork. You get the surveyor.
Okay.
That surveyor is, it's more like the one of the backbone that you must have when
Hmm.
you want to invest, because a surveyor is someone that can help you get the charting information correctly, can
Okay.
help you get the information about that jurisdiction, that
Jurisdiction,
area
exactly.
correctly, because they are the ones that have the coordinates, the location of each
Geographical
geographical.
place.
You understand? So when you get a surveyor, I was opportune to work in a surveying firm
Okay.
when I was doing my before
Internship.
when I was doing my internship. So I know these details because we at that time were in close relationship with the Surveyor General of Lagos State at that time.
Okay.
A lot of details when it comes to
Land
land
chatting
charting,
and the
information about
information
land.
behind the land.
Because I saw one of the information I got that time was
Okay.
that Ekpe, right? I think then they just finished Ekpe's charting. Ekpe
Layout.
Ekpe had a lot of farm
Yes.
outskirts.
Forestry,
You understand?
agriculture.
In Lagos State, there are places that are marked out for residential alone. Places are marked out for commercial alone.
Commercial,
Okay, take
forestry.
for example now. Recently I did a design for somebody for a reputable firm in Lagos State, and while they were going for approval, seeking for approval, The requirement from the Lagos State government was
Okay.
that you can't go beyond a particular numbers of floor, right? Some developers, out of greed, they do they do more than the required.
Okay.
You understand? And they sell. When they sell, after a long time, the government now comes and say that this thing is not supposed to be like this, and they demolish. You are because you are ignorant of the fact that that place is not supposed to carry that kind of building.
Okay.
But if you are privy to professionals, once they get to that place, they have this machine. It's called a total station. I forgot the name. Once you get to a particular place, they have the coordinates. So it's that coordinates of that place that you run a check in the Lagos State government um in their database
Okay.
to get the right information of what exactly is supposed to be there.
Okay. So I am sure you said a lot now concerning surveyor and how important it is to get them. Is there any other person that also needs to be in the bracket? Because you realtors also believe that they have a stake in
I was
this
going to
at the
I was
table.
going to I would never have left out realtors because they are the ones that
And the property
you
finders.
understand they do they work a lot, right? They work a lot. They do a lot of property searching for you, right? You can, depending on what you want to do, you want to buy, how you want to invest. They are the ones that will bring the kind of property that suits your own need
That is available on the
on the
market.
market. So while after they have done that for you, like when realtors bring that particular property to your notice,
Okay.
to your floor, then sometimes even yeah, I can record that even we ourselves in Land Express, we encourage our clients to do their own personal
Due
due diligence.
diligence.
We personally, we as a company, as a brand, we do the right thing. Like, because we have our lawyers, we have surveyors, we have people that
Surveyors.
work. So after we doing that, we encourage you as a client
To also
to
do
also
same.
do that so that you are certain that what you are doing is right. You understand? So you need. Let me just do a
Okay.
rundown again. We need a lawyer.
Alright.
You need a surveyor. You need a realtor
Okay.
for purchasing of land. To my best knowledge, those three professionals, they are very very important.
Yeah.
They are
Yeah.
very very important
Yeah.
because once you are clear with those three, I don't think you have a problem.
Hmm. Okay. All right. That is great. I think this has helped a lot to demystify some of the issues that are facing um, residents as regards demolition of properties in Lagos. So there is something that happened a time ago like that. A developer was telling us how that um, another developer
Yes.
had like 1,000 square meter of land,
Okay.
got approval for 500 square meters,
Okay.
built on the whole 1,000 square meters, and was presenting the document of the 500 square meters he got approval for
That is.
to investors. Now, investors bought into everything.
Mhm.
Lagos State now came and decided that, and for that 500, they got building approval, they got layout, they got everything. But for the remaining 500 square meters that building was on, they
Mhm.
couldn't get approval.
Mhm.
And unfortunately, that 500 that was remaining
Mhm.
fell into
A scheme.
a committed area for
Mhm.
Lagos. And Lagos State came and did what? And demolished. And people were shouting and saying all sorts of things. So I think it's still, everything still boils down to,
Those professionals that you
yes, the
need,
professionals and doing your own due
because
diligence,
be-
and so that you are not ignorant,
exactly,
right? You are not
because if you
ignorant.
check for that example, that's a very good example. The developer got approval for 500 square meters, and the remaining 500 square meters he didn't get for. If you have your professionals that are trustworthy,
Mhm.
that are truly working under this precept of the profession, eh, they will let you know that this particular property that you want to acquire, it falls under a committed
Scheme.
acquisition. So that way you have left that bracket of those that will fall into the victim of future
Yeah.
encumbrances
So
from
I
the
think
government.
to wrap this up, the surveyor is like the backbone of
It,
any real estate transaction.
they are backbone. They
Uh,
are the backbone.
and
But
okay,
for commercials, I have worked in close proximity with lawyers. they help you do, no, they save you a lot of stress
Mm.
from falling victim of, wrong
And but it still
transactions.
boils down to the information that the surveyor
Surveyor gives
brings to
you.
the table.
Yes,
So
yes.
I've seen a lot of people do transactions without lawyers. But I mean, you can't do a transaction without surveyor. Even if the real estate company is telling you that, you still need to get there.
You need, okay.
Uh-huh.
I think I
You
heard
need
of
to
a
get
particular
their stuff.
complaint. I heard of a complaint sometimes, right? They have their survey documents. Do you understand that they have the survey document? In survey you can do, there's what they call provisional survey. Right? It's just a provisional survey. It's not
Not
yet
registered yet.
registered. You understand? So they were using that to sell. You
Okay.
understand? So if some people can be showing you that survey, this is the survey, this is the survey, but that survey is
It's
not
not
authentic.
recognized in the ministry.
You understand? That's why you need a surveyor. Once you want to acquire a property, if it's a land, you need a surveyor. A surveyor will go to that particular plot, use the same instrument to get the coordinates. That coordinate is very important at intervals. So once we run the coordinate into the database, it shows you the scheme, the whole scheme of that area. So you will know if that place is free from government acquisition. That's why you see some survey documents, you will see it, they will stamp it, they'll say it is free from government acquisition. That particular survey is actually authentic.
Okay, so I think we are still going to do a content on registered survey and provisional survey
It is important to do.
in the coming months. So thank you guys for following, and see you on the next one.
Thank you.